What is going on, sexies? Another night, another vlog. I know at this point I'm just a nighttime kind of guy. Shout out the moon once again. I mean, I've always been a nighttime kind of guy, but that's just because it seems to be the best time because that's when I have time. Like I said, I got some side missions in the morning during the day, so I'm not always able to do it. But yeah, sorry, there was like some mucus in my throat. Look, I can see it in my auric field. Like, I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to play this part. That's the whole point, right? Is you gotta enjoy the part you're playing in this experience. But as always, I hope your guys' day is going good. I hope that you're doing whatever you did today. I hope that you don't regret it. I hope you did lived a day full of regretless. I hope you had fun with every moment. That's the whole point, right? That's the game. Every moment is an experience. Waiting to see what has to offer. They got some car footage right there. I thought that was sick. But yeah, just as long as you're enjoying the moment, that's what matters, guys. That's the whole point of this. Because if you're not, then it's gonna be hard for you to manifest. We overthink. So meditation is key, because when you meditate, right, you ground yourself, and you take back your power from these thoughts and the chatter, allowing for easier flow of crafting and creating your reality. Every video, I just had panda, and I'm about to have some tacos with my friends after this video. Simple. Basically, I love food, but it is what it is, But the point of this video, which I know and I hope it'll resonate for most, if you know, you know. But as you go through your spiritual awakening, you really have all these ego deaths and epiphanies. When you really break out of the loop, the cycle. I guess when you break out of insanity itself, because everyone's in their own cycles, right? So when you really, really get to experience insanity and escape it, it's like, damn, there really is no end or beginning. It always just was. It's like Ram Dass said this too. It's like at some point, it's basically when you look at a clock. It's like at some point you think that this is who you are through time and space. You think that at some point that it's 2 o'clock. That is you, but that's only half of you, right? Time is literally an illusion. It's you are basically. He said the holy man at the center of awakening. Oh, that was like a lot of love. Sorry. Called it the Ale incarni. It's always present. The cycles. We're always going and around. That's the point, though, right? The point just is universe, formless, isn't going anywhere. So it's like when you reach the point of what doesn't matter, or what's the point of this, it gets interesting because we as humans are always questioning what's the meaning of this? What is this? But maybe it doesn't have a meaning so much because we give it a meaning. Maybe it just has the exquisite beauty of being the play. It's a play. The point just is, it ain't going anywhere. God, the universe just is, it ain't going anywhere. So it always just was here and now. And when you realize that you have an energetic field around your body, the toroidal field, you can call it, your Merkaba, tomato, potato, your kundalini, how it's just flowing. And when you're able to breathe and really harness that chi, it flows faster. And a lot of the times, how in past videos I've said that through all our traumatic experiences and all the emotional baggage and lower vibrations are just in our energetic field. And it's going like this, and until you become aware of it, it's going to keep going like that. You're going to keep getting, certain manifestations in your physical reality because of that pent-up energy that doesn't serve, that trauma. So if you believe that you're not worthy or whatever, it's going to keep going like that in your energetic field, and you're going to keep manifesting a reality equal to that, right? And through growing up, I was just thinking about this earlier today. I was telling my friend about it. I was just like, this is a video idea. The idea is that every moment is a new moment. Every moment you're a new version of yourself. Because all it is now. It's an eternal now. And through the now, there's infinite possibilities in which you could go. In which you, because every action, every thought, whatever you take, it's a different reality. So all these possible realities exist right now. And we're just tuning into it based on what we're thinking, feeling, and doing, right? All here right now. Like as I move my hand, I'm creating reality right now through time and space, because time is not real. So you could say we're part of the flow. We're flow. Part of the flow of the Tao of things. Part of the flow, right? Everything's connected. Oh, I love it. I'm like channeling this. I'm like, breathe it in. Breathe it in. Anyways, I love it. I love talking to people who understand. Because it's like, I think I've had these epiphanies and all that. And it's like, I know I'm not the only one. So, anywho, when we grow up, when we grow up with this, we start building a sense of self, an ego, right? And usually it's the one that our parents said, settle down to reality, honey. This is reality. This is real. This is how it is. But they don't know necessarily so much. They can only know so much as far as they can have come to know themselves. And it's passed down from their parents too. But that's not what reality is. Maybe that's one little portion of reality, but there's other types of realities. Planes of awarenesses of consciousness. It's infinite. So when we're growing up, we're identifying everything. We're experiencing the reality with our five senses. Our sight, our scent, our smell, whatever, all that, our touch. Hearing, all this shit. We're experiencing it in reality through these senses. Let me get some car shots again. What do we got, guys? We got a truck that's glaring the fuck out of my camera. Alright, it was a truck. We're like the truckers, man. It's America. Anyways, so because that's the whole experience, though, of this, is really tapping into your subconscious, and that's what we're getting in this video, it's really tapping into your inner childhood self, your subconscious, because that's where it's all stored, your subconscious. Because every moment is a new moment. As a kid, you were experiencing life like it was so beautiful, and everything's so bright, and you know what I mean, you're just very present with the moment. Every day was a new day. But then what happened, right? Society said, come down, settle down. This is it. You gotta be serious. No. Life is a dream. It is ecstasy. Connect to your inner childhood self, your subconscious. Reprogram it and see it like I used to see it as a kid before the conditionings. Because every day is a new moment. It is a dream. It is a life, an experience. And you're experiencing this human experience with your five senses. Temporarily, obviously. But through growing up, like as a baby, 2 or 3 years old, you ask your parents and shit, what's this? Oh, it's a remote, sweetheart. What's this? Oh, it's a camera. You know what I mean? We're always we're making meanings and attaching certain meanings to certain things. So it's like all these labels, all these perceptions never really existed. They were just handed down to us. And so we cling on to that and perceive it to be true. But it's partially true. There's more. And so you'll go up around and develop an ego. Your sense of smell. That's me. That's who I am. And then you just go around in reality. You'll identify with these things and scenarios and emotions and memories that you had associated to this. And you'll attach with it. And that's really what it is. It's all these attachments create that ego of what they believe to be true of their self and of reality. And how I said about the magnetic energetic field that goes like this, your auric field. So all that is stored around you. Your subconscious is stored within your own energetic field. And it's all connected. So because ever since we're a kid, we're making labels and meanings to everything, attaching it to an idea or an identity, even, and we make that our identity. We think this is all we are, and this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I am a human, and this is whatever. That's all I am. But in fact, forgetting and being unaware that every moment is a new moment. It is a new moment every moment. Right now, as I started making this video, I'm not the same person. I'm not the same version of myself. I'm flowing through time and space because each second your cells are dying and being reborn. There is no end and no beginning. So basically, yes, you are always dying and being reborn because every possible every possibility you can imagine of a reality exists here and now. We're just flowing through time and space, because you are the true you is higher self, is consciousness, it's pure energy, it's God source energy, you could say. And that energy is flowing through your body. This body is you're inhabiting in temporary form. It's your vehicle that you navigate through this physical realm. The body, literally, you as the consciousness is steering this vehicle of this body, telling it where to go. But through unawareness and attaching to a physical identity, the what you think you are in this human experience, it's going to keep constantly perpetuating itself in your energetic field. So you'll get the same reflections, the same reality, because of your traumatic experiences or what you believe to be true about yourself or reality. And damn, I look good right now in this red lighting. Thank you, stoplight. But you know what I mean? You cling and you attach yourself to this version of you that you think you are, so it's going to keep manifesting itself because you're not aware of that kundalini energetic flow that you really are. And through unawareness, it's going to, again, be in your energetic field and keep manifesting itself in physical reality until you become aware that, hell no, this isn't serving you anymore. You're not this limiting identity. You are the energy that flows through, not the solid form or even solid identity. It's an illusion. You are God source energy flowing through this body. Tesla. Fuck a Tesla. Cars. Such a beautiful night, guys. So, with that being said, when you really get to the point of just your awareness, you're beyond the ego and the thoughts and sense of self, it's an illusion. You begin to rewrite your story, your power. And that's what I said about tapping into your subconscious mind. Because if every moment is a new moment, and every moment you're shifting to different versions of yourself by thought and choice, if people are unaware of it, clinging to this version of the self that they think they are, through that in kundalini, they're going to, again, get the same reality. Because they're an autopilot version of themselves. You know what I'm saying? So when you have these ego deaths, and you see that all these labels, all these meanings that we were giving it, and all these attachments with the, we're attaching ideas even, or memories with the smell, with the song, with the sight, all these attachments, and we've given them meaning, and we have identified with it. But you see that when you have all these ego deaths, that was an illusion. I was just attaching to it, thinking that that's all I am and who I am. I am so much more. I'm a divine, spiritual, multidimensional light being. Fucking say that 5 times twice. You know what I mean? And so then what you do is you stop attaching, and you realize you are awareness, you are pure energy. So you start seeing at that point that you are flowing through time and space. You're part of the flow. And you put less resistance even on enjoying this human experience because you're stopped attaching. You realize you are part of the flow of things. And you just let things happen, you surrender. And then when you really tap into that subconscious mind part of you, the real you, the childhood self, and how when you were a kid, every moment was a new moment, a new day. Oh, I'm just so happy to be alive. The frogs are so happy to be alive, you can hear that? It's a fucking party. Ribbit, ribbit. Then you begin to see that it was never stuck. It was never solid, what you thought you were. It was just perpetuating itself in your energetic field, and you were getting the same results because, again, those beliefs of what you thought you were, these limiting beliefs, these attachments, whatever. So you kill that ego, and you realize your energy. Energy doesn't be destroyed. It's always transferred. It's created, whatever. It's not solid. It's not static. You take your power back, and like even right now, as I'm taking my steps, it's a new version of me. And right now I am embodying the version of me that is making these spiritual videos and not being stagnant. I could have not made this video today. I could have done it in the morning. See what I mean? But I stepped into this version of me of what I wanted to do and be based on choice. And it's true. So if you're constantly being reborn and dying because your energy, and this is just a form for your consciousness, you're not solid, it just appears to be solid. And every millisecond you are shifting into a different infinite possible version of you. Trippy, right? You see that you're just energy, you're not solid. And through that energy flow that you are, the Merkaba, Merkava, tomato, you stop attaching to things. You stop labeling things and giving things certain meanings, believing that it stays like that and that's how it is. You could rewrite it, because at the end of the day, there's no meaning to anything. We just given it a meaning. The universe is neutral, and because of that, you just focus on the heart. You let the flow through, and you realize you're just flowing. You're not the body. You're just flowing, and you're not attaching to a solid illusion of part of you that you thought you were. And so through that, you allow for different opportunities to come. You cleanse your energetic field by not attaching, so now you can allow our higher energies to flow through, higher frequencies to flow through. You heal your body, your vessel, by thinking higher thoughts. And then so at that point, because everything is connected and every moment is a new moment of yourself, and every moment your cells are being reborn and dying, whatever, if you were to think higher thoughts and everything's connected, you heal your body because you're happier, you're thinking better. Whereas if you were thinking shitty shits and you're in a lower state of consciousness because everything's connected, then your vessel becomes weakened, it's sick. That's why a lot of people are sick who are kind of like weak-minded. They think bad thoughts, they eat bad, whatever. But the real conscious you is aware, so it will think higher thoughts because it's aware of what manifestation is. You know what I'm saying? You eat better, you think better. So your body is healthier. You're conscious. So all these infinite versions of you exist. There's a version of you that's homeless. There's a version of you that's thinking shitty shits. There's a version of you that's aware and conscious, like hopefully right now. Your energy inhabiting a physical form temporarily. But even this physical form is always shifting. You see what I mean? Like you know. So what I'm saying is nothing is set in stone. It's not too late to take your power back. You are not stuck. You are not this one. You are worthy. You are not. In our ego that we attached growing up and made, again, most of this was passed down from our parents or wherever we were growing up around. But you begin to really tap into who you really are, which is energy, higher self, the highest you, that is you, not anything lower. You tap into that by either doing meditation, going through so much trauma, and going within yourself and intuitively actually connecting with yourself. Because when you really truly kill your ego, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that you're never gonna not have an ego. You have an ego. It's just being aware that you're beyond it. So, and when you know that every moment is a new moment, and every moment you're a new version of yourself, and you're just energy, and you're prana, you're just breathing, you're just with this present moment, and you're optimistic, and you're receptive for new opportunities and things to come in your current reality, your day. Just like when you were a kid, you're just having the fun, you're optimistic, you're just, I can't wait, what's going to happen today, just going with the flow. Rather than being so serious and believing you're stuck and solid and just not aware of your energetic field and just allowing those things to stay there without you doing the inner work. And then it's just going to be constantly, you're going to keep constantly manifesting things that you don't even desire because you're not aware of these things that are hindering you, whether it's your beliefs or your thoughts or the labels and meanings you give in everything, right? So when you really have an ego death, you see that these were all illusions that you were telling yourself. You believe that that's all you were. But now you remember that you're so much more. You're with that higher energy that flows through. Infinite energy, consciousness, God energy, whatever. And through that awareness, it humbles you. Because really, it's about getting yourself to the heart consciousness. That's the consciousness of its own, is the heart. You could say 5D consciousness. Realizing it's all here and now. Every moment's a new moment. Nothing is solid. It's all light. You're just flowing. It is beyond thought, beyond the labels, beyond all the meanings you've given shit. And you start to walk in reality a different way because you realize that it's not set in stone. It's not solid. It's non-linear. So through your energetic field, as you breathe, as it's flowing and flowing, it's clean. It's not clogged. It's not manifesting the same shit over and over again. It doesn't serve because you're aware that you are just energy. You aren't attaching to a certain identity or a version or even all these labels or meanings. You see what I'm saying? You're not attaching. You're flowing. You're breathing. And it's funny? That's the real you. The real you is flow and it's just being. It doesn't require thinking at all. It is beyond the thinking. Because through thinking we attach. And we attach to these thoughts, thinking that is them. You have thoughts, but you aren't them. You are the observer. You are the awareness. The one that is having this experience. That is the real you. So meditate into stillness. Meditate into the point of now. And how I was talking about earlier, the point. Meditate to the point of just like this experience. It's all happening right now in front of you. Like I said, God, the universe, you're all part of it. You're not connected. You're not separate from it. You are connected to all that is. You are all that is. And an extension, even, of what all that is. That is you. You aren't separate. And you're not the ego, the little limiting, identity. This role that we're playing temporarily on this planet, on this lifetime. It's an illusion. You are beyond more than this ego, this identity, than the five senses. So don't overemphasize, don't attach. Realize that you're temporarily playing a part in this human experience, but you know that you are beyond any identity. You are higher power, source, you are divine, whatever. Having an experience to be human. It ain't going anywhere. I know you can't remember most of this, because you can't really remember most of your true power, your true nature at a higher level, because you wouldn't be so immersed with this human experience. So you have to do it bit by bit while still remembering who you are at a higher level. That's why we came through here, right? In this experience, to remember who we are at a higher level. To remember that beyond this trauma, all these limiting beliefs and identities we have attached to, that we're beyond that, And being aware and having your energetic field clean and not attaching, realizing you aren't solid and you are light and you are energy. That Kundalini chakra flow is flowing properly, no imbalances, you're aligned. And so again, you're just an antenna for the universe to allow better things to come, higher things that are for you, that you wish to experience even. Not you as the ego, but you as the soul, right? That was good, guys. That was good. I think I got everything out I needed to say in this 22-minute video. So just, the all incarni, man. It's always present, the cycles. Everything is just here and now. It's all connected. You can say it's all one thing. It's the one. And when you understand that, it becomes easier to navigate through this matrix. Because, it's not so solid or separated as you thought you were. It's more connected. You're more flowy. You're more optimistic. That's a beautiful thing. You see what I mean? If you're dying at every moment, because every moment's a new moment, and every moment you're shifting to infinite possibilities of yourself and of the now, then when people are unaware of that, they're in what's called the unconscious mind, the autopilot self. So again, their Kundalini is flowing, but they're not aware of that. They're an autopilot, so they're going to get the same experience manifesting itself. And if we're always dying and being reborn, that they're not changing. They're just dying and being reborn, but shifting and staying into that same reality. So not even shifting, just dying and being reborn, but again, staying the same version. So it's kind of like you're growing old, but you're not changing. You're just staying to the same version of you, because everything isn't solid. And if we're always dying and being reborn ourselves, and you're just clinging to, it's kind of like you're wasting your potential, right? You're just staying the same on autopilot. It's not fun. But when you are aware and you break out of the autopilot self, you don't manifest the same stuff. Again, the chakra flow is flowing properly. You're not clinging to a limiting version of yourself that you think you are. You're allowing yourself to be actually reborn instead of recycling the same thing. See what I mean? So when you stop recycling, that doesn't serve. You allow for yourself to actually be reborn, for the higher self, real you, to flow through, and through that you heal your vessel. You live longer even, because you're happy and you're not attaching. Attachment is greatest suffering. I promise you that. So be here and now with this flow. Every moment is a new moment. I'm not trying to sound like a broken record, but I'm trying to get it through your guys' consciousness. Plant some seeds, maybe. A little reminder. So don't attach, just be. And it'll be more fun than not attaching. You'll be more flowy. And again, your real you isn't thinking, it's just flowing. It's just being. And when you just realize you are beyond that ego and the solid sense of self, the illusion, you allow again for newer things to come. You allow for magic to happen, quote unquote, or things that we would consider to be magic. Yeah, I love you guys. If you know, you know. Comment. Let me know in the comments what you want to see more of. I like reading them comments. This is going to be a fun journey. It's been a fun journey. You know, I've been doing this September, October, November, December, January. I've been doing this for like 6 months. And so, yeah, it's been fun. I could just feel my reality changing because I'm doing what I've been wanting to do. Like, I feel so much more confident right now vlogging. And the cars are going past me, whereas I used to kind of care. It's funny. Like, it's all in the head, guys. It doesn't matter. It really is. What the fuck? Sorry, another fly. I like the... that shit funny, bro. I'm just like... That's funny. If you were to pause the video frame by frame, you would just see... That's funny. Maybe I'm just being a little goofball, huh? I make myself laugh, and that's in the most non-egotistical way. Like, if you make yourself laugh, that's funny. You're in tune with yourself, and you know what I mean. You're a character. You're just playing the part. You're playing the game, whatever, having fun. So really, the whole point of this video is just to remember that nothing is solid, time is non-linear. In every moment, you're a new version of yourself. It's just that we're clinging to a version of us that doesn't serve. It's what we think that we are, so it's going to keep perpetuating itself. We're going to get the manifesting of the same results because we're unaware of it. But when we become aware that that was an illusion and we're energy and we're the higher energy that flows through, the Kundalini chakra flows properly, and then we can actually experience reality more peacefully and presently, manifesting new results because we're aware and conscious and not on autopilot. You know what I'm saying? Awareness is key. You aren't this limiting ego identity. You aren't solid. That one little identity that you thought you were growing up, that's an illusion. You're the higher self flowing through. So that's why it's important to meditate and tap into your subconscious mind, your inner childhood self, because that's where, through growing up, that's when our ego was basically made. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the trauma was made or stored. All the meanings and labels we've given everything, our subconscious. And then it was just going around in our energetic field until we became aware of it through trauma or just meditating or doing plant medicine. Whoo! It was a good video, guys. 28 minutes of it. Hopefully it makes sense. If not, oh well. It's more of like you can only perceive the vibration you're of. So if you resonate with it, you resonate with it. I understand it. That's what matters. It's helped me. And that's why I'm sharing what's helped me, because I know it'll help you guys too. We're all connected anyways, right? Anywho, namaste ladies, motherfucker. I'll see you in the next one. Tomorrow night probably, because I gotta go to the beach with my family. Spend some family time, you already know. But I'll do the video again some other spot. It will be at night, but fuck it. We got a good nighttime camera. I'm not really tripping. So... Or am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? Because life's a temporary human experience. It's literally the trip. Knee slapper, bruh. You know what's funny? I'll literally be like, no, I'm not tripping. I mean, I am tripping, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm having a trip. You know, it's a human experience. I'll have it, yeah. But I'm not tripping in the sense of, you know, I'm mad or some shit. Where you get it. God damn, I love this shit. This is like my natural high, you know what I mean? Just doing your passion, guys. That's what brings you. You know what I mean? That's that natural high. I mean, your natural state is high, but you'll keep it by doing the shit you're supposed to be doing the things that serve you. Acting in your highest passion. That is you, your higher self, right? That's the whole name. It's in the name, higher self. Yeah. Because what is your higher self doing? It's doing the best thing that it wants to do. He's doing what feels natural, what brings him or her the most peace, the most ecstasy-like feeling. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Staying in my lane, yeah, man, as you can say, yeah, I'm just playing.